Well, keep walking because we have our other guest here. We have Kevin calling in. We'll find out where he's at. He's a fourth year medical student from Pennsylvania. We'll bring him on here. Kevin, where are you at there, buddy?
I am walking around. I'm next to the Midland Family Medicine residency program here. They have a Spartans, Michigan State Spartans logo. I'm very disappointed. I'm in my Penn State gear right now, so I don't like that. But they're wearing big afros and playing basketball in front of everybody.
So
There was one cheering for you, by the way.
I don't think you and Jerry have ever met. So my goal is for you guys to meet at some point. I don't know what aisle you guys are in, but this will be history
I know
in the
exactly
making.
where he is.
Yeah. You want me to stay there?
Oh no,
I can see the back of your head.
just walk around.
Okay. There he is.
So Kevin, how you doing there, buddy? I saw your pictures on Facebook. You were out on the West Coast there, and was it Napa Valley, drinking some wine?
Yep.
How was that experience there, buddy?
That was a great experience going out to Napa. We were interviewing at Camp Hamilton for the Navy, and we met the family up in the Bay Area, and went up to Napa Valley, spent the day, and just took up the whole West Coast experience. So it was good.
Great.
Then we flew to National Conference right there from here.
Great, but before we get into the silliness, let me ask you a couple of things here because we are talking about the meeting and. I want you to tell the people out there who are listening, and there's a lot of people. There's like 1 million people listening out there, so no pressure at all. But Kevin, tell me why do you love this annual resident and student meeting? Why is it important to you, and why is it important to medical students?
Well, they're announcing stuff right now, but it's really important to me because it really is energizing for the medical students and the residents. It's a meeting where everyone involved with family medicine can get together and really get into the family medicine experience. No matter what's been going on with healthcare reform, whether you like it or not, everyone here is really just here for family medicine for the same common goal, and it's just really energizing for everybody around. That's why I'm here. That's why pretty much everyone else is here. I'm sure there's a little bit of recruitment part for most of the residency programs here, but just having that spirit in mind, it's just great just to know that there's so many people out there that have the same vision as you and have the same vision of where medicine should be going. And there's nothing like it. This is my third national conference, and it just seems to be getting better and better every year, every more that's becoming involved.
Kevin, let me ask you maybe just a policy question, and because I know that you're very passionate about healthcare and healthcare policy. What do you think, or what do you believe will be kind of the hot topics coming through? Because for people who don't know, not only is this a networking meeting, but this is also a policy meeting where medical students and residents are able to shape the policy of the American Academy of Family Physicians. And kind of when you're talking with medical students there, Kevin, what do you think is going to be coming out as far as resolutions and what people are really passionate about this year?
Well, a lot of the resolutions, we have the typical resolutions where we want to continue supporting patient-centered medical home and different healthcare for all themes, whether it's single payer or however the case may be. But a lot of that will probably be accepted for information. But one of the most highly talked about the resolutions we're highly anticipating this year is there's a resolution coming from the state of Oregon about the Coca-Cola partnership with the AFP, which I'm pretty sure that everyone has their viewpoints on that, and it could get ugly on the floor. That's the most anticipated resolution coming from the students that I've heard of. Other than that, on the resident side, a lot of talk about duty hours and are we going through another year of residency and coming out of residency, what are we going to be encountered? Are we going to encounter a workforce that has more nurse practitioners trying to be doing the same thing that we're doing? Or what are they lobbying for? What should we be looking for as far as practicing once we get out? One of the resolutions I'm trying to start is trying to take a look at how medical schools are funded, because we just had a resolution last year on the graduate side for GME funding, where we wanted to come up with pilot programs to figure out how can we streamline funding to GME to the residency programs and making sure that it goes to where it needs to go and not just to the institution and then having to do whatever they want with it. So I wanted to do that on the medical school side, basically figuring out where all this money comes from that medical school gets. What are they doing with our tuition money, and how can we provide some transparency and maybe showing these medical schools, wow, maybe we should be putting it more in areas and lessening the debt burden of medical students so they have better choices coming out and are able to choose their profession with their heart instead of their wallet.
That's a very good point there, Kevin. That medical school debt, when it comes to primary care and family medicine, is something that is talked about every year at that meeting. I think it should continue to be talked about, and it'll be very exciting to see some of the other issues that come out. You never know what's going to happen when it comes to what people are really passionate about. And from what I saw your tweets there today, Kevin, and your Pennsylvania delegation of students, is that the largest delegation of any other chapter?
We are the largest delegation out of any state chapter that's here. Larger than Kansas and Missouri, they're right here. Larger than California and Texas, which are typically strong as well in the delegation. So yeah, we have the most students and residents as far as delegation is concerned at the national conference this year.
Yeah, that's because Pennsylvania rocks. Let me tell you that right now. Because hey, just from a neighboring state, hey, I just want to give you props for that. How many people do you have coming out? Do you know?
We have over 50 medical students and at least 10 or 15 residency programs in Pennsylvania.
That's great. That's great.
And overall, there's over 700 medical. How many medical students do we have here? Do you know?
Here?
Yeah.
950.
950 medical students and more residents.
No,
700 residents. I got the numbers. So
wow.
Over 1,600 residents and medical students overall.
Are you talking to staff? Wow.
No, I'm actually talking to a candidate for the STFM. She's one of our FMIG coordinators.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great.
You want to talk on the talk show?
Hey, just interview her. Just a little quick interview, who she is, and what STFM is, in case people don't know. Let's have her campaign a little bit.
Do you want to talk about STFM? No, she doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to talk yet.
Oh man, she does not have my vote, so forget it.
Here's the other student delegate, Shanari, right here. She's walking by. She didn't even see us.
Failed to acknowledge his presence.
Oh, you're pretty popular there, Kevin.
Well, my wife's standing here talking to Sarah, who's one of the FMIG coordinators.
And just to let people know, this kind of opening social kind of has a little bit of a theme going on tonight, where people are asked to wear their favorite, I think, sports jerseys and things. And what do you have on there for us, sir, Kevin?
Well, I'm wearing my number 22 Penn State away authentic jersey. My wife's in a number 21 Stephon Green Penn State home jersey. So we're in our reverse Penn State colors.
Great. So is Jerry still there, or is he passed out somewhere?
Yeah,
right here.
So
Trying to get a picture here.
Trying to get a picture of me.
He's got to just. Oh, this is so meta. So he's going to get a picture of you on the show right now, live.
That's correct. A picture of me on the show live. A live picture of me live.
Wow. So Kevin, we kind of met. I appreciate you coming and listening to my show, and looks like you're really out there on social media where it comes to Facebook and Twitter and that type of thing. Mm-hmm. Would you say your colleagues, or especially in Pennsylvania, or even at your school, are they really into social media type things as far as Facebook and Twitter and that type of thing?
Well, Facebook more than anything. A lot more overwhelming over Twitter. But I have some friends that are going to Twitter instead of Facebook now. But we definitely have a lot more people on Facebook, and we've been using that as a tool in Pennsylvania. It's really hard to get students involved with certain things on Twitter and Facebook because it might not be something that's on their mind all the time. So it's actually been more difficult than I thought as far as social media is concerned for medical schools, medical student specific. which I didn't think would be as much of an issue. But who knows, with the next generation of students coming in, it might not be as much of an issue that I'm having right now.
Yes, yes, yes. And it sounds like just from talking with you that that you get really involved with leadership positions. I guess even since maybe when you were in college or early in medical school. Would that be right?
Sorry?
It sounds like you've been involved with a lot of leadership stuff over the past few years, not just family medicine related, but in other areas.
Right. Right. Yeah, I was involved with sports medicine. I've been involved with, but also I was president of my class at Drexel my first year, and then second year I got involved with the FMIG. But before that, in undergraduate, I was really involved with the Penn State Dance Marathon. That's the world's largest student-run philanthropy. All the money goes proceeds the Four Diamonds Fund up at Penn State Hershey. So I was really involved with that. And yeah, I mean, I've been involved with leadership all the way up to now. And right now I'm running for the AFP Board of Directors, student member, and hopefully I'll end up getting that.
Yeah, have you heard anything? Do you know, is there a lot of candidates or anything like that? Or probably haven't heard much.
Well, today's the first day of nomination, so right now I'm the only candidate running for that position. But hopefully I'll be able to run against somebody because I like that. I like the whole political thing. I like running a campaign, and I like putting time into my speech, which I already put a lot of time into my speech. So I'm hoping that it won't go for nothing here, but we'll see what happens. I'm confident that hopefully other people will want to take some leadership roles and positions and have the enthusiasm that someone like me runs on.
So what's Jerry doing right now? Is he taking more pictures?
I'm standing right here. And that picture of the jersey, by the way, is live now. Just tweeted on Snitch.
Yeah, I put it in the chat room, and this is we are all connected now, Jerry. So good job there, buddy.
I'm doing what I can.
So what's going on right now? Are they still making really loud announcements and playing loud music going on right now?
Basically.
Yeah, I think every hour they have a raffle drawing, and students or residents can win. I think they have either iPhones or iPads going out. They have digital cameras, Wii Fit, gift certificates to iTunes, just a lot of things. And tomorrow at our big celebration, which is at the National College Basketball Hall of Fame Experience at the Sprint Center down here in Kansas City, they're trying to keep people here till midnight at the party to have more people around by having a $500 award drawing at the end of the night. So we'll see if people stay around till midnight, but I'm not sure. There's a lot going on during the day. I don't know if people will stay up, but $500 is pretty good to be staying out for.
Wow, man, that's I'd even come out for that deal. $500, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, pay for your plane ticket.
Well, $500 in a loan compounded with interest over 30 years, that could be a lot of money for us right there.
Overthinking.
So let me ask you guys this: is there a lot of you guys see mobile devices everywhere, or is there just a lot of mobile phones, iPads, Droids, Blackberries? I mean, are they like everywhere out there?
Since I got off the plane, everyone is using their phones, and they're either texting or moving or looking at the internet or doing something.
Now, is this the first year that they tried doing like a Twitter stream or a Twitter hashtag or something like that? Because I don't see a lot of people doing it yet.
They had it last year. They had it tagged, but they weren't streaming it. Earlier today, right before the Resident Student Congress and during the orientation, you could see the AAFP tag stream and AAFP NC stream on the screens up on the big screens in the big conference room. So that was pretty neat. I was able to see my AAFP student suite up there, which is kind of cool.
Oh, is that going to be like before the business session, so I know when to tweet out, just to give a big shout out to you guys?
Before the main stage lectures is when they typically have all the big screens up with the streaming. But there are a couple of screens scattered around that have the feed ongoing the whole time. So if you're tweeting, you're tweeting with tag AFPNC, it'll come up and you'll be able to see it at a few locations at the national conference.
Oh, great, great. Because I think the only people that are tweeting are me, you, and Jerry. So I don't know.